Hey everybody, it's me, Maddie, and welcome to a new video. Today we are doing a get ready with me, and in this get ready with me, I'll be telling you a little bit more about myself. On that note, let's go ahead and get into it because it's probably gonna take us a minute and I have somewhere to go after this. The first step is always the makeup headbands. And then I always do skincare before. I already did my morning skincare earlier, so I'm just gonna add some of this. If you can hear my boyfriend in the back at all, please pay him no mind. Speak of the devil. So, my name is Madison, but everyone calls me Maddie. I've just always gone by Maddie for as long as I can remember. Certain people even calling me Madison just feels wrong. I work at a early learning center slash daycare slash preschool, whatever you want to call it. I work with ages 0 to 4 years old, and I absolutely love my job. I just recently got into it about 4 months ago now. But anyways, I love working with little kids. I've always loved it. Even when I was a little kid, I was always watching my brothers, or I have a lot of little cousins, and so I've always just been around little kids. I've always been watching them or helping take care of them, and I just grew to love it. I am actually studying for child psychology. This was a lot of concealer. But yeah, I'm actually studying for child psychiatry, my bad. Correct myself on my own studies. I am 19 years old. I'm in my sophomore year of college. Fun fact, not about me, but about my makeup. This is also a concealer. So I had saved the concealer in my correct shade in the Ulta app, and then whenever I went to move it to my cart, I forgot to readjust the shade again. So I ended up with this, but luckily it is the perfect contour shade for me to use, or bronzer, whatever. I live with my boyfriend. I've moved out a few times for college, just for a semester, but I moved out for good in July, the beginning of July. So it's been 5 months now, which is so crazy to me. After moving out, I lived at my great-grandma's old house for a little while before deciding that I ultimately did not like living alone. I think it was a good experience for me to have. I think everyone should experience living alone, at least for a brief point of their life, because mine was very brief. But it was a good experience. I didn't hate it. It gets lonely. It definitely made me better at being alone. I don't have as hard of a time anymore when I do have to be alone. I just learned I don't like spending a majority of my time alone. Technically, I wasn't alone because I had my cat, which, as you know, if you've seen any of my past videos, I have a ragdoll cat. His name is Cash. He just turned 12 years old a month ago. He's my old man cat. He is the most spoiled cat I've ever met in my whole life, but I think he deserves it in his old age, and it's very fitting with his name that he's spoiled. You can't have a cat named Cash and not expect them to want all the finest things, all the luxuries. But yeah, after realizing that I didn't like living alone, me and my boyfriend were lucky enough to be able to get our own place with the help of my lovely aunt. She found the house that we currently rent now. And she got pretty much everything set up, us meeting with our now landlord, and she even drew up our lease. It's been very nice. I honestly love it. I love living with my boyfriend. It's like living with my best friend. Never a dull moment. Okay, that's not true. Sometimes there are. When we're both tired or we're both bored, there's a dull moment. But, you know, not as dull as when you live alone. Nothing can be that boring. I am absolutely a night person, but I am trying to force myself to be a morning person. It's not that I don't like getting up in the morning, but I'm a night owl. I like to stay up late. I look insane right now. I'm cutting out my brows. It'll look better when I blend. Anyways, I was saying I just love the night sky. I love the stars and the moon. I think a big part of it comes from when I was younger. I used to stay up late all the time. Me and my mom used to tell each other that we love each other to the moon and back. So it's always just been an ongoing theme. I even have pictures to put up in this room that say that. Now spot concealing before I go in with my foundation. I keep describing steps in between because I don't want to go too fast and say everything about myself before I'm even done. I have always had an interest in content creating ever since I was little. I feel like everybody goes through that phase and I just kind of never grew out of it. Musically, YouTube, iCarly, and Good Luck Charlie all really made me want to do it. Now I feel like all the kids want to be content creators and not have a real job. I'm not saying that I don't want a real job. Obviously, I'm studying to be a child psychiatrist, but it would be cool, you know, make some YouTube videos and have a few people watch me. I've had a love for makeup and everything beauty pretty much ever since I was little. I grew up seeing my mom do her makeup. My great grandma would never leave the house without her lipstick on at least. So makeup was just a big thing in my life. I used to love YouTube videos about makeup. I still do now, and TikToks and everything makeup. It just amazed me, and it's an art, and I think it's amazing. So I've been doing makeup ever since I was probably 7 years old, I'd say. When I was really little, I was lucky enough to be able to get my first makeup around that age, maybe closer to 10 years old. But I had free access to my mom's makeup most of the time, and then eventually they got me my own makeup bag full of just drugstore makeup, but to me that was all I needed, and I still use some of those brands today, like e.l.f. I use all the time. I used to watch all the old tutorial videos so I could learn how to do it all, so I could show my friends and my mom and do my mom's makeup. It used to be like our bonding time would be when I would do her makeup. And ever since then, I've just never stopped, clearly. Now, did I wear black solely for my outfit because it matches my leggings and I have somewhere to go and I didn't want to pull the hoodie on over my head? Yes, but did I think about the fact that I'm wearing black while doing my makeup beforehand? No. Hopefully, it remains clean throughout the video. I have 2 younger brothers. I guess that's kind of boring and basic, but I have 2 younger brothers. I love them. They're like my mini besties. I try to spend as much time with them as I can. I typically refer to them as my little brothers, but it's been extra apparent lately that they are not little. They are my younger brothers. They're no longer my little brothers, which is really sad. 1 second. I know highlighter is not as in anymore, but I'll always be a highlighter girly. Something about a blinding highlight will always do it for me. At the end of the video, I am gonna show you the final product in better lighting. I eventually want to have better lighting in here for when I get ready for videos, for just in general. I used to be terrified of curling my eyelashes. I saw a video where this girl pulled all her eyelashes off with an eyelash curler, and I was traumatized for quite a while after that. I have accumulated quite a good makeup stash though, over my time doing makeup. I'll insert a little picture. I have a makeup cart and I love it. One of our last few facts, I used to sing. I still love music. I love singing. I do occasionally miss it sometimes. I used to want to be a pop star when I was little. Who didn't though? I mean, we grew up on Hannah Montana. Who wouldn't want to be her? Live the best of both worlds. I sang all of my life, all the way up until 8th grade of junior high. I did school choir, I sang at church, I did the honor choir for the parish multiple years. I was in an opera. I did a lot and I loved it, and I do really miss it sometimes. It was one of my favorite things I've ever done. Once I got through junior high though, I realized that taking choir as one of my elective classes limited the things I would be able to do, and I wanted to have more experiences than just singing, so I ended up dropping choir, and that's when I started taking medical classes. I got my CPR certification, which led to a lot more babysitting jobs, and you know, it just shows that everything happens how it's supposed to be, because that's a big part of how I was able to get to where I am now, through babysitting and those health classes. I also met one of my favorite teachers ever in my health classes. She taught me a lot. She had a good outlook on life. She's probably one of the smartest people I've personally ever met. The Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Clear Gloss is what I'm putting on now. All right, and now we can take off the band and bring some life back to this hair, girl. Okay. Oh, now that we're not looking as flat anymore, this is our final look. I think it turned out amazing. But anyways, thanks for getting ready with me, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments. And I hope you all enjoyed. Bye.